little bit of wind around, but I suspect it's not going to be too much of a factor down in the arena here. Looks like it's gone up a little bit.
Roger Federer to serve.
So I think that's one of the nice things about this Arthur Ashe Stadium is that the wind rarely is going to affect play. So these guys have no excuse.
Ready for play, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated.
Brilliant tennis.
Roger Federer playing in a 56th Grand Slam quarterfinal.
Ready for play, thank you. Ready, play. Fifteen love.
Roger Federer is the king of the 1 minute hold of serve to start a match. He's done it as much as anyone. Losing that point is going to ruin that
30-15.
Dimitrov's return of serve is certainly going to come under a fair bit of scrutiny this evening. Obviously an area of his game at times that has been pretty vulnerable as well.
I think it's part of the problem of being a one-hander, to be honest. One-handed backhands have a little trouble being excellent returners.
Game. Federer
holding his position nice and tight to the baseline, as he has done really throughout the course of his career.
I think, if anything, Federer is realizing I'm 38 and I need to step up even more and take more risks, shorten points. And he's so good that even when he takes more risks, he makes shots. He doesn't make the unforced errors, so he's even more effective.
Grigor Dimitrov to serve. Fifteen love.
Looking through the numbers of those 7 previous meetings, I mean, it's obvious that Federer has dictated the terms of those meetings, but he's actually broken Dimitrov, just counting them up, 24 times in those 7 matches. Dimitrov, on the other hand, has only broken Federer 4 times in their 7 previous meetings.
You know, one of the differences when you see is the serve placement. Dimitrov has a actual bigger serve than Federer in a miles per hour sense, but he doesn't hit the spots as well as Federer, and the just pace is not going to bother Roger. He's going to block it back and put it in a decent position to be even in the point. Uh-oh.
15
There's
seconds.
a sign he hasn't been double faulting in this tournament, but it's in the back of his head. It's not quite Zverev, where we saw 17 double faults in his match, but this is a little more pressure than he's faced at any other time in this tournament, on this stage at night against Roger.
Yeah, the one thing about the Dimitrov second serve is it almost never has a change of direction in it. He kicks the one out wide, and he puts the one down the tee, the same kicker on the deuce. Through the Hawkeye data of the tournament so far, 100% of the time,
100?
Sitting in the same spot, pretty much.
Wow. So you'd think Roger would recognize that, maybe run around sometimes.
30-14.
Or just be in the ready position and receive double faults, because he's gotten a couple of them already in this game.
The donations.
Game, Federer.
Well, first service game showed
Federer
all
leads
the
2 games
demons
to 1
that
for
he
set.
has been facing, Grigor Dimitrov, this year so far, this summer especially. And they all came out in that game. So the double faults unnerved him enough that then he was a little wild with the forehand, but it all sort of stems from serve.
15
That
love.
is one part of the men's game that if you serve well, it feels like the rest of your game flows. You're making first serves, you're getting the edge in the point. You start to sort of gain confidence.
Thirty love. Love.
Well, the perfect start for Federer out here. Dimitrov yet to really get out of the blocks. The Swiss in charge at 3-love.
Leads 3 games to love for set.
I suspect those 20,000 plus inside here were hoping for a competitive second match. Not been the case so far.
I mean, that's a bad sign for Dimitrov, because he just hit down 7 or 8 balls within 3 inches of the baseline, and it got him nowhere in the rally. He did not gain an edge at any point in the rally. And you know, if Federer gets one with that depth, he's probably going to gain an edge and move forward. So I don't know, Dimitrov might want to start throwing in serve and volley once or twice a game, something to create some doubt in Federer's mind.
Love 30.
Federer looking for the kicker, wasn't he? He was well around that one, but once again, the doubles out of control right now.
He has hit 4 second serves, and he's only put one of them in the box so far, Dimitrov.
Fifth major quarterfinal of his career. Dimitrov a couple of semi-finals, of course, in one in Australia and one at Wimbledon.
Somewhat important this game. I know it's 3-love. You wouldn't think it's an important game, but love 30 down. If Dimitrov can come back and hold serve, it'll perhaps settle the nerves, get him to a position where he's able to at least play his best.
Good aggression off the forehand.
40-30.
Four successive points. That'll be a lift for the Bulgarian as he gets his campaign up and running.
Federer leads 3-1 for set.
Next on the agenda for Dimitrov is put some returns in play. He hasn't got too many returns back.
A reminder, do head to usopen.org, your online home for live scoring, highlights, stats, draws, the official tournament site, usopen.org.
15 love.
One of the big differences between these two, their games are similar in style. Strokes are similar. Is that Federer is much better at recognizing that short ball and moving up to it. And just that extra foot or so that he is inside the baseline to hit takes the time away and makes all the difference.
Its average hit point off the serve +1 is 1.5 meters inside the baseline here at the US Open this year.
That's ridiculous.
Mr. Dimitrov is challenging the call. Left service line. The ball's called in. (30-15). Mr. Dimitrov has to challenge his remaining. Let for service.
Good work from Dimitrov to get that backhand pass down low. I thought he was in all kinds of trouble here. Just a little flick of the wrist and it got into an uncomfortable spot. Let's see, Roger.
Indecisive.
Nearly whiff on a ball like that very often.
Didn't linger too long, did it?
No, just about 3 or 4 seconds.
Couple of occasions now. Bulgarian's just added a little bit of shape to the forehand, getting up a little higher.
At the moment, in this game at least, Roger
advantage Federer
with his serve and losing points once they're in a rally. That was the biggest serve he's hit of the match, 123 miles an hour, and another ace.
Missed opportunity there. There's a pause there to be struck. Dimitrov not able to convert. And then Federer extends the lead.
Leads 4-1 for set.
Now the good news for the Bulgarian
Please be
is
seated, ladies and gentlemen.
his
If
ranking
you're courtside, please be seated. Thank you.
back, moving in the right direction. So the top 50, win or lose today.
Thank you.
after his run to the quarterfinals here. Let's not forget, he ended 2017 ranked 3 in the world after that win at the World Tour Finals. It's been a rather dramatic slide in 18 months. Short of good feel, this guy.
15 all.
That's the talent that he has, that he possesses. It's so tantalizing when you see him play. The speed, how athletic he is, the feel. Just got to cut down on sort of silly errors, double faults.
Do kind of feel, Jimmy, in the opening 5 games, he's trying to play at a level that he's not necessarily comfortable at, don't you? We're not really sure how Federer is playing so far this evening, are we? Because he hasn't had to do too much.
No, he hasn't. He's been happy not to attack, really, Federer. He's just putting a couple balls in every point, and it's been good enough to get this 4-1 lead. Second serve problem seems to be fixed for now. He had those 3 double faults in his first 4 second serves. He still only has 3.
This was a boys champion here. Dimitrov way back when, 2008, won the boys title.
By the way, that's the other thing that's been happening to him a bit this summer is he'll suddenly just shank one into the 3rd or 4th row of the seats.
Advantage, Dimitrov.
As early as he has the rest of the tournament, so this hasn't been the best set Federer has played in the tournament by any stretch. He's made a few unforced errors.
Game, Dimitrov.
Dimitrov able to capitalize on that as he closes it to 4-2.
Federer leads 4 games to 2. A set.
The oldest Grand Slam quarterfinalist today since one of your old adversaries, Jimmy Connors, back in 1991. Jimmy was 38, of course, on that run. I didn't actually realise, I was reading through this morning, Jimmy, of course, in round 1 he was down 2 sets and 3-love to Patrick McEnroe.
I remember that. He also, I think, turned 39 during the tournament.
Yes.
So basically a year older than Roger is right now. It was the story of New York when he made a semifinal. Somehow I don't think it's quite the same level when Roger makes the semis. It would be the story of New York if he didn't, almost.
Yep, absolutely.
That was fun because it was a great return. I like seeing serve volley once in a while. Great return and just such a classy pickup, but he couldn't quite catch up to the passing shot. Good return, good pass from Dimitrov.
There's another, and that's one return he has been using a little more of here in New York this week. Just been stepping back off the second, giving himself time to give it a rip.
I actually think this is a great idea, returning from far back. And a lot of times you'd think serve and volley is the right play from there, but you saw Dimitrov had all kinds of time to see Federer coming forward. Was an opportunity to turn some momentum around.
40-30.
Great low pass, but this one he probably should have gone bigger at him. Instead, he hit a ball that gave Dimitrov a chance.
See, Federer was moving in, wasn't he, as well? He sensed there was a drop volley coming. A string that went, almost sounded like a frame that went for Dimitrov. Whatever, he was forced to improvise. Federer holds on. 5-2 he leads.
Federer leads 5-2 for set.
Perhaps the best tennis we've seen from him so far this evening after a stuttering start. Bulgarian quarterfinal here, serving 2-5. For the right, of course, to face Daniil Medvedev, who was a winner again today. Go.
Ridiculous. That shot.
15.
I mean, I like the play because he knows Dimitrov hits that same second serve every time. So he took it early, attacked, had to face a pretty sharply hit passing shot and handled it beautifully.
15-all.
Dimitrov trying to do something that hasn't been done in a little while, and that's get 3 games in a set off Roger Federer. I know his last 2 matches, last 6 sets, 6-2 or worse.
He had a 2 and 3 against Jummer, ended with a 6-4 set there. Federer only playing the 1 lead-up tournament, where he lost to Andrei Rublev in the second round there in Cincinnati.
Game, Dimitrov.
Federer now serving for this first set, but it went from very easy to start to all of a sudden you can feel Dimitrov getting a little more confidence, playing better and better. Federer needs to just go ahead and give us one of his patented 1-minute holds of serve and sort of reestablish the dominance.
First serve numbers have been good. He's made 17 of 23, in fact, first serves.
love.
In a fair bit, isn't he?
Yeah, serve and volley. He sees his opponent so far back. It's a 98-mile-an-hour serve. You can get in pretty close. So it's going to have to be a great return to get past him.
30 love.
As Jimmy was saying, that really emphasises the point. It's not about the pace.
No, it's where he hits it. I mean, he's so accurate with
40
his serve.
love.
Federer. He's never had the biggest serve, but often when he would play Andy Roddick, who was serving at 30 miles an hour harder, it would be Federer with more aces than Roddick.
Well, Dimitrov
Game and for
dropping
set
the hammer
Federer.
on that last point,
6
but
games to
Federer
3.
would not be deterred. An outstanding set from the Swiss, picking up where he left off in the previous round. 6-3.
Seats please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
2004.
Second set.
Extraordinary.
Dimitrov to
can't believe it's been
serve.
that
Seats
long.
behind the players,
11
please.
years.
Thank you.
John Millman
Thanks
has
very
always
much.
been in here last year. Exceptionally humid evening. And
Yeah, that was a combination of John Millman and the weather that got him. That was the only time I've ever seen Federer really sweating.
yeah. It was a nasty New York summer's day.
15 love. Let.
Very important for Dimitrov to get off to a
service.
decent start here in the second set. He threw away his first service game of the match. That was the difference in the first set.
30 love.
Doing a good job right now, not letting that happen again to start the second set.
Forty love.
He ever had one top 10 win at a major as Dimitrov. That was actually against Andy Murray back at Wimbledon a few years ago when he had that good run. Record generally against the top 10 is not great. Dimitrov, if you look through it.
Game, Dimitrov.
It's a much better start to the second set. The one thing you
First
can't
game,
criticise
second
him more is
set.
the body language tonight, isn't he?
His body language, even in the midst of having no confidence, was pretty good. He's a consummate professional. He works hard. He wants it badly. He's just had ups and downs throughout his career, really, of crisis and confidence from time to time.
Oh, brilliant. What a finish.
Love 15.
I just felt as though Dimitrov's backhand, he flips it a little too much spin on that one. And not on the backhands in the last point of the first set. He was roasting them a little bit flatter, a little bit faster through the court.
Love 30.
It's what you would call a continental grip. So it's right in between forehand and backhand. So he's got to decide which grip to go to. He's got to change. That's one of the problems with being a one-hander.
Yep.
Two-handers wait with a forehand grip on their dominant hand, and then they use the other hand to sort of help them change the grip as they take the racket back. Oh, you got to make that pass.
15,
That was
30.
a little bit of a, I hope this approach causes you to make an error type approach. He didn't quite go after it the way he normally does, Federer. Dimitrov had plenty of time to force a tough volley.
Obligatory.
Oh, I'm sorry. At least I didn't see one. Dipping return now. Sharply hit pass off the end of the rack. Oh, yeah, there it is. He did.
And I guess you could argue he's earned his luck because he's actually still kept moving forward, isn't he?
He's so close to the net. If he gets his racket on it, it's going to do what just happened.
Exactly. By Federer's standards, that did look a little improbable to take the ball quite as early as that. And as a result, the error has come Dimitrov's way.
First break point of the match. Dimitrov. It's raced pretty quickly by Federer.
You know, one number that stands out from this season is actually his break point saved. I was looking. He is at 73% this season of break point save, which is the best of any season of his career so far. Whether he's making more first serves, whether it's just coincidental, I don't know. But that number is obviously seeing him win quite a few big points. Absolutely magnificent first volley from Federer. Dimitrov must have thought he was going to get a look at a pass, but he had to think again.
One game all. Second set.
Yankee Stadium, we're just sure. Saw in the distance in the Bronx, of course. Yankees at home tonight to the Rangers.
$15.
I'm check.
Former Yankee Joe Torre, manager.
Mr. Dimitrov challenging the call right center service line. The ball's called out.
Roger starting
30
to
love.
play a little bit like he did
Mr. Dimitrov has
first
to
and
challenge
second
the
round, where he's a little in front of some of his shots, mishitting them. That forehand where he tried to take it very early that allowed Dimitrov to get a break point. That last backhand.
Let for service. $40 love.
Dimitrov has not dropped a point on his serve in this set yet, so he has stepped it up.
And that is some way to round off the game as well.
Dimitrov.
It's a sharp start to the seconds for the Bulgarian, who's up 2-1.
Dimitrov leads 2-1. Second set. Federer by 1 set to love.
Encouraging signs for Grigor Dimitrov, most definitely here at the start of the second. Federer down 1-2.
Ready for play. If you're courtside, please be seated. Thanks very much.
A bit of movement down there, just distracting the Swiss.
15 love.
Saw a remarkable statistic this morning with regards to Federer on his first played here in 2000. If you take qualies and main draw here, there are only 2 players still playing when Federer first played in 2000. Those 2 players, Tommy Robredo, who played qualies, and Ivo Karlovic, the only 2 other players who played in the very first year Federer played.
40
in some ways, I'm surprised there's anybody.
Yeah.
Gotta believe Robredo's near the end, and Ivo as well.
Yeah. Karlovic turning 40 recently.
Game, Federer.
The return was a good one, but there was no follow-up, sadly, for Dimitrov.
Second set.
Do head to usopen.org. Some shopping on there. The merchandise, this year's merchandise. T-shirts, caps, towels. Plenty of other collectibles. usopen.org. Check it out.
Dimitrov's done a good job of sort of backing Federer up sometimes. That slice backed Federer up, and then Dimitrov stepped in and roped the backhand. He's done some pretty impressive things in the last 15-20 minutes or so. Not just hanging with Federer, but actually starting to get the better of him in a lot of these rallies.
Good depth off the serve.
30
you see him throw a lot of short ones in. As we talked about, the inconsistencies, the vulnerabilities, really, I guess, off that side. Anything technically wrong with the second, Jimmy? Is it a confidence thing? I mean, what are the technical problems that you think he has off the second?
I don't think it's much technical. I think it's more from a mental standpoint. Just the fact that he only wants to kick it already tells you he's a little nervous and he doesn't have confidence placing it wherever he wants. I mean, that was a good example. That was in the middle of the box. I promise you he wasn't trying to hit it there. Federer running around it made for a very easy return.
And if you are going to be predictable, Federer can just sit and wait, pick his spot, can't he? He knows where it's going to go.
First serve very important right now for Dimitrov at this point. Again, Federer, the one pushed behind the baseline.
40-30.
The distance. That hasn't been happening to him in a couple of matches at least.
Yeah, it's good court position, isn't it? You can see where he struck the first one from.
Recognized that Federer was in trouble, so sort of floated forward and ended up having a simple little overhead.
Game, Dimitrov.
And a secure hold from a man who was as high as number 3 in the world a couple of years ago. He enjoys a 3-2 lead in the second.
Second set, Federer by 1 set to love.
To a man who's seemingly ageless, Roger Federer, playing catch up in the second.
15 love.
Made a return to the dirt this spring, of course. There's a couple of events on the clay. Did pretty well as well, didn't he?
He played well every tournament. Just it's the one place where he still can't really get into the hole.
$15 all. $30-15.
Interesting aspect of Federer's serve has always been the length of time he actually spends in the toss looking down the other. And if you watch his serve in slow motion, he actually spends a very long time. He holds his position looking before he throws.
Time he should have looked at the ball.
30-40.
Miss it and another break chance. Second of the match, second in this set, and it's been a different game. So Dimitrov's had some pressure on Federer. Can he get it done? He didn't even get a racket on the last break point.
He does. Federer not getting the accuracy off the first serve for once.
Game, Dimitrov.
And you have to say that was a scrappy game.
Dimitrov leads 4-2.
No question
Second
about
set.
it. A couple of unforced errors, a couple of first ball errors from Federer to end the game from 30-all. Dimitrov has a little bit of momentum. This match has slowly turned from Dimitrov playing horribly to start to finding some form. And now all of a sudden he's got a little bit of his nose in front. Can he keep it?
Love 15.
Afterburners are about as good as anyone.
Yeah, they are. Look at how far back he was when he started. He gives it a sprint, but no chance.
Such a good athlete, this guy.
$15 all.
Federer recognize what it's like to play against Federer in some ways, the way he's played a couple of these service games. Good spot on the first serve, takes next ball very early, giving Roger a lot of time.
Outstanding stuff from Grigor Dimitrov.
That was awesome. That was a
40-15.
little drop volley from Federer from a tough spot. It was a good first pass right here. Puts on the brakes, able to somehow flick it with topspin on a ball that's that low. That's a good effort.
And he does back up the break in good style. An excellent set. This is proving to be for Dimitrov. He's a game away from taking it at 5-2. Now these two have played 18 previous sets. Dimitrov has only been able to win 2 of those 18. It's been an uphill battle, but he is pretty close to making it 3 here.
love.
6-2 in the forehand winners, but overall winners Dimitrov with a 1-winner lead, 17-16.
Oh, another one! Wow. Sensational stuff from the Bulgarian.
This backhand pass a number of times, and that was a great first volley. It was Patrick Rafter-like, because it was sort of a top-spin volley from shoe tops, but an incredible athlete from Dimitrov. And this I wouldn't recommend what he did here at the end, almost going to full
30-15.
It's a don't try it at home scenario, isn't it? Very few extended rallies, haven't we? It's been short and sharp.
I mean, that's what Federer now does.
Yep.
He doesn't want to get too many long rallies. He's happy to play ultra aggressively.
Game. Federer. Dimitrov leads 5-3. Second set.
So the 1 break was enough in the first. Is 1 break going to be enough in the second?
This will be an interesting game because Dimitrov was struggling to serve out sets this summer. It's when the double faults would happen for him. He hasn't had that problem this tournament, but he is playing Roger Federer in quarterfinal.
Love 15.
Didn't he? He was able to capitalize.
Love 30.
Split step from Dimitrov. Kind of fooled Federer on the serve. Yeah, a bit of a stumble.
Heck of a shot, that wasn't it?
Yeah, but I think Dimitrov, had he been able to stick his foot in the ground and push off, he would have gotten a racket on that pass. As it is, he's now left 30 down. He's lost 2 first serve points in this game. He's only lost 3 in the set.
15-30.
These guys are setting a blistering pace, aren't they? If Dimitrov holds serve here, we got 2 sets in an hour.
Yep. other ideas.
15-14.
Again, Federer playing on a part of the court we haven't seen him spending much time in. He was well behind the baseline throughout that rally, but still got enough on his forehand. Break points for the match. Federer's only had one that he converted. He's got 2 more now if he needs it.
(30-14).
The frailties return at the crucial juncture.
Federer.
A double fault, and Federer gets himself back on serve here
Dimitrov
in the
leads
second.
5-4, second set. Federer by 1 set to love. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. Ready for play. Please be seated. Sit down, please.
Well, once again, a few people just getting to their seats a little late.
Players are waiting. Thanks very much.
Ramos down the ledge of the law. Federer back on serve here at 4-5.
15 love.
It's got to be deflating, isn't it, for Dimitrov?
It does, because that, again, may bring up the demons that he's had this summer. I mean, he's gotten over it somehow in the biggest stages. His best results this year have come in majors.
$30 love. $30-15.
Hasn't been a great set from Federer, and for Dimitrov, he almost has to win this set if he wants to have a chance. He served 40 at a 5-2 lead.
He came at Federer with a lot of pace there.
30-all.
It's an 11th unforced error. The set from the Swiss. Always a fine line, isn't it, with him, because of, as Jimmy was saying, how aggressive and how early he takes it. Dimitrov with a little look here.
Let's second service.
Strange from the start. Federer was in such a hurry to get up close to the net for the first volley that he didn't seem to get a good look at the ball. And then here again, can't see that from Federer. It wasn't hit that hard that caused him to just get a little piece of it.
Yeah, a bit of confusion in his mind. Doesn't see that too often. Set point for Dimitrov. He's missed it.
Game and second set.
Dimitrov responds in style in the second.
6-4.
He reels off 4 straight points to wrap up the second set here. 6-4. He takes it. Now
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Quiet, please.
Often Federer loses 4 straight points on serve at any period in a match, but that's exactly what he did. Dimitrov, winning just the 3rd set of his career against the Swiss.
15-love.
Federer's in some trouble today. Dimitrov's sort of looking like a younger version of Roger. He's moving very well. He's made some tremendous defensive shots, and it feels as though it's only a question of can he keep his nerve as the match wears on. But if he does, Federer's not timing the ball that well, so he's a little further back because when he does take it early, he's mishitting and mistiming. All those things are in Dimitrov's favor if he could just keep his nerve.
It feels like Dimitrov's seeing the ball better tonight, doesn't it?
It does.
(40-30).
Suddenly a nervous moment from 40-love. A couple of first ball error and a double fault. Gives Federer this slight opening.
Once again, Dimitrov.
First backhand from Federer. Dimitrov gets a good hold in the back.
Very strange because, okay, he did it in the first 2 rounds, and I was thinking he's been practicing here for a week, so he should be used to the court, but maybe he's not. And as the match wore on, in each of those first 2 rounds, he got better and better. And then he played 2 matches where he couldn't miss a shot against Dan Evans, David Goffin, and so you thought, okay, he's definitely got the feel for the court. And all of a sudden tonight against Dimitrov, he has lost that feel again, and he looks very much like he did the first round. But Dimitrov's a different animal than Nadal.
15.
Just wonder as well, I mean, it shouldn't really be the case when you look through the head-to-head and you try and make a case for what's gone on here, but I just wonder as well if he's a little wary of Dimitrov's movement being so good that whether he feels like on that previous point he's having to go a little tighter to the lines. Just speculating.
But it's possible. Dimitrov does move, as we've been mentioning, brilliantly.
But then, as we say, you go through the head-to-head. I mean, this is a guy who's been his pigeon, pretty much.
30-15.
Electronic boards there, just blackened out.
Wait, please.
It's like malfunction, I think.
Are you okay with the back wall like this?
I actually think the back wall would be better for Dimitrov when it's like this. No lights shining in his face.
40-15.
Back wall is back.
Yep. Sponsors will be happy. They pay the bills.
Game, Federer.
It's a little more like it.
1 game all, 3rd set.
Federer adding a couple of events to his fall season. He's going to be playing in Japan. Decided to go to Tokyo. Of course, I suspect with the Olympics in mind there as well. In a year's time.
Mistimed backhands that happened to go in, and then a forehand which he was late on. He's been in front of everything. That one he was late. This ball totally got away from him.
And when he is missing, he's missing big, isn't he?
Love. Love.
This is the last 2 sets now, Dimitrov, when he's getting first serves in, he's winning the points.
A wild one again. Dimitrov asking the question. He was brought in, but had no problems. The Bulgarian leading 2-1 here in the third.
Third set, 1-1.
Long way to go here, but Roger Federer certainly not as impressive as he has been in the previous couple of rounds.
15 love.
How much of that is to do with Dimitrov, Jimmy, do you think?
I think some, because he's hitting the ball with a little more power, a little more shape than Dan Evans and Dauphin.
30 love.
It certainly feels as though he's forced him back a little bit tonight, doesn't he?
And because of that, he's missed timing some shots.
Let for service. Let for service.
More like it though. Good finish.
40 love.
Dimitrov did a good job making Federer hit a couple extra shots, including this overhead. Good defensive lob. It stayed in the point for one more shot.
A little off-pace second serve.
Again,
It's the slowest second serve I think I've almost ever seen Federer hit. You can see how Grigor almost swung twice.
Yeah, 74 miles an hour. It was registered on the clock. USOpen.org. Don't forget, if you want your social media, there's plenty to go there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, also on YouTube. And if you hashtag US Open, you can join the conversation.
Love 15.
Was a clean one. He got Dimitrov retreating.
Just like that, the last 5 or 6 points. Suddenly Federer's timing the ball pretty well, hitting it in the center of the racket.
Pressure now on this man at love 30.
Correction ball is good.
Well, has Federer heard this? Did Federer hear the overall?
I don't know if he did.
Roger, I corrected the call. You challenge.
I didn't think he
Mr.
did.
Federer is challenging the call right near sideline. The ball was called in.
Roger said I couldn't hear the overrule. That's why he didn't challenge immediately. He's usually the king of the quick challenge.
Carlos Ramos getting it wrong.
Love 40.
3 points to turn this third set in his direction.
Pretty good guess from
15,
Federer on the
14.
backhand where it was going, but Dimitrov did a good job letting the volley go. You have just a split second to make that decision.
Yeah, that wasn't a million miles away, was it?
30-40.
Monumental point. From love 40 to 30-40, this would give Dimitrov so much confidence if he could find a way out of this game. One chance left for Roger.
Measured the forehand up the line there very nicely.
Deuce.
Crowd is getting involved all of a sudden, having some fun, as they often do night tennis in Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Really had a classic men's match at night so far. The Wawrinka Djokovic match was high quality, but
out.
Well, Federer stopped, didn't he?
He did.
Advantage. Dimitrov.
Knew it wasn't a good hit. what a game that is. I mean, there is a growing belief here on Arthur Ashe that this man, Grigor Dimitrov, might be able to spring a surprise here. He squeaks through to lead 3-2 in the third. Well, it's been a year of woe, really, for Grigor Dimitrov, but this is a heck of an effort this week to try and rebuild things. Look at the defeats he's had. You were in Atlanta, weren't you, Jimmy, when he lost to Kevin King? He lost to Corentin Moutet. First round of Wimbledon from 2 sets up. Let's not forget that. Other defeats, first round of Rome and Madrid, back-to-backs.
Not up.
To Jordan Thompson, second round of Miami.
15 love.
Nothing away from the players, but of course Dimitrov is the caliber and the level that he's been at.
It's a disappointing year that he's had to this point. This would all make it to the right in his mind if he made his semi-final here, at least beat Roger Federer along the way. Still a long way to go to get to that point, but this has become an interesting match all of a sudden at a set all. That kind of shot is happening too often for Federer, where when he's just pressed a little bit on the run, he mishits both forehand and backhand wing.
Game, Federer.
Swift holder serve.
New balls, please.
Or Federer gets himself
3 games all
3 apiece. Twice a semi-finalist to remember at majors. Grigor Dimitrov back in Australia in 17. Had an absolute phenomenal match, probably one of the best of his career, when he was eventually beaten by Rafael Nadal in that 5th set. 6-4 in the 5th. That match 4 minutes shy of 5 hours. Extraordinary level he produced that day.
$15 love.
Ended that season winning the World Tour finals. You remember beating David Goffin in the final.
Again, tremendous anticipation from Federer off that let cord that sort of sat there for Dimitrov right here. But Grigor took a strange angle to the passing shot.
It was makeable, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was going diagonally backwards, and he didn't have to go in that direction. That made the shot much tougher. Uh-oh. That was a mistimed first serve. Federer hitting it on the middle of the racket throughout that point.
Changing the call left baseline.
Difference.
Ball's called out.
There's no real opportunities for Dimitrov throughout that entire rally. forehand was trying to drop on the back of the line. Just sailed long. Pressure again.
15-13. Mr. Dimitrov has 2 challenges remaining.
Didn't give him a forehand until the final ball, and Federer is once again misfired.
But he is starting to stay in some points a little longer all of a sudden. Federer, he's finding some rhythm. 17-shot rally there.
This guy's living every moment for the Bulgarian.
Let's second service.
Well, Federer left so early on the run around that maybe that is partly what caused Dimitrov to nearly double fault.
Mr. Dimitrov is challenging the call right near sideline.
Was pretty close.
Ball's called in.
No reaction from the Swiss.
Dimitrov went right at the body with some pace. And he did catch most of the line.
I mean, that's a heck of a volley, isn't it? As you say, because he had almost no time to react.
30-40.
Manufacture a bit
Mr.
of angle
Dimitrov
off it.
has 1 challenge remaining.
Magnificent from Federer.
Thank you.
Once more, he's got a break point.
Please.
Once again, at a crucial juncture for the 3rd time, in fact, when facing break point, Dimitrov throws in a double, and the pendulum swings Federer's way here in the 3rd. He's got a 4-3 lead. Well, it's not been at his best tonight, Federer. That's most certainly been in evidence. However, he secured the break in the 3rd. Is he going to be able to kick on here?
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for play. Quiet, please. Thanks very much. Quiet, please.
Exceptionally loud here in Arthur Ashe, as can so often be at this time of night. Special. What a shot.
Lot 15.
.84-mile-an-hour one-hander.
Yes. Way back to return the 2nd here.
When he does that, Federer serves and volleys most of the time when he goes that far back.
Yeah. And that's something that you have to say that any other opposition that Dimitrov's played this week won't have done.
No.
So he's been quite happy to sit back,
yes,
give it a rip.
And then reposition himself to where he can start attacking. Thought for a minute that Federer sort of cured the shanks. But it just came back with that forehand. And a little bit of a chance here for Dimitrov.
Yes, and you saw Federer's response to that miss, getting a little irate with himself.
Get the sense he's not comfortable with the bounce right now, so he might serve and volley. He was going to on that first serve.
15-14.
Every time so far in this match where you felt as though Federer, okay, now he's getting it under control. He broke when Dimitrov served for the second set, but then gave it right back. And here he is in the same situation in a sense, just breaking. And almost giving it right back. That was a great chance and a good look at a forehand pass from Grigor. He shanked it badly.
Yeah, that was a let-off, wasn't it? He had time. He failed to deliver.
This
one part of the game that Federer's always been great at is he doesn't show huge emotion throughout. But when he does, it's the time when he's telling you, yes, this is a momentum swinging moment. I want you to recognize it. I recognize that.
advantage Federer.
A bit of salt. An open wound perhaps for Dimitrov here. This would be a big game to escape from. Escapes in some style.
Game Federer.
Volley.
Federer leads 5-3. Third set. Love.
Hitting his spot off the serve, but shouldn't detract from the quality of the return as we see Rod Laver.
Two-time Grand Slam winner, meaning all four in 1 year, 1962 and 1969.
It's the Laver Cup taking place in about a month from now.
15-13.
Well, Federer's had these sort of strange ups and downs. He had 2 matches in a row where he was flawless, but in his other 3 matches where he's had mistiming issues, seems to be timing it so much better in the last 15-20 minutes.
It's gone in waves, isn't it? And it's actually a shot you don't see him hit too often, is it? The lob. Well, he couldn't have hit it any better there.
It was a tremendous, everything was great. So great approach.
15-14.
The only thing I didn't understand is why Dimitrov took it on his backhand.
Yeah.
Tried to make the degree of difficulty even a little higher.
Thank you.
Federer has got a couple of set points. The Swiss recovers from a mid-set wobble, and it's Roger Federer that's in charge again of this quarter-final. And he's got a 2-1 lead.
Seats please, thank you. Fourth set. Federer to serve. Ready for play.
Bit of a roller coaster of an evening here for the 5-time former champion. He has wrestled control once again in serve to start this fourth.
Love 15. White, please. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Made it.
Love 30.
Yeah, he's done a good job with passing shots. That one had plenty of action. Even if Federer guessed right, it wouldn't be an easy volley because of how quickly it dropped.
From the position 2-1 up in his career, 89-12. The last man, in fact, to turn it around from being 2-1 down was Kevin Anderson at Wimbledon. You might remember a couple of summers ago.
In this round, I believe it was quarterfinals, right?
Yeah.
15-14.
Anderson, of course, winning that one 13-11 in the fifth. With 2 early break points. And he's got it.
Wow.
What a return. It's so well to get the ball back into play.
First game, fourth set.
Dimitrov out to a flyer here in the fourth.
As we've been talking, it's getting that first serve return back, and that one was about as good of a return as he's hit. Just sticking the racket out, got it deep enough to stay even in the point, and the only problem for Dimitrov with that break of serve is it happened so early in the set that he's going to have to hold serve most likely 5 times without having one of those wobble type of service games that he's had from time to time.
Yep. Perfect start then for Dimitrov here.
Love 15. $15.
Sense he knows and feels the importance of holding here, because when breaks have come in this match, they've tended to come in clusters. Was a little timid.
30-15.
And the cluster of shanked balls starting to pile up again for Federer. I can understand how maybe you start a match that way. Once you find the range, you stop his hitting, but he goes through it up and down and waves. Right now he's on the wrong side of the wave. Get the sense Federer could do that every point. He could almost run over there before the point's even the second serve is hit and just say, I know this is where you're hitting it, and I'm going to crush a forehand.
Yeah. Show me your whites.
Yes, exactly.
Deuce.
Carlos Ramos has got
Game,
his,
Dimitrov.
there you go. Carlos Ramos getting a
Dimitrov
score along there.
leads 2 games to love. Fourth set.
Federer's so smooth, isn't he? The way when he comes in, serve volley, nice little drop shot. It wasn't as good a drop shot as he's hoped. Dimitrov didn't do quite as much as he needed to.
But again, as you say, it's his movement off the ball, isn't it? Once he has hit the little ding, his understanding of where to go, where to close.
Let second service.
Up to that nice and quickly. Federer knew what he was doing to try and draw him in, but he wasn't to be outsmarted.
Dimitrov did a good job there, getting that ball up and down so quickly. It wasn't an easy shot to deal with, the short slice that Federer just gave him.
30-15.
Seems to happen to Roger in this match when Dimitrov gives him different looks. So one heavy topspin, then that slice.
Yep. Yeah, he's varied the height well, isn't he?
And he has to keep doing that, keep Federer sort of feeling slightly off balance.
It's
often been a criticism of Dimitrov, just the size of the backhand swing, isn't it? And I guess in a situation like that, that's where he does just get a little caught out, isn't it? When he is trying to hit over it.
Yeah, it's an exaggerated swing, and finish especially really gets a little bit out of control sometimes.
Advantage, Federer.
Doing a good job making Federer work in these service games this set. Good volley behind Grigor, and he's not a two-hander.
No.
But he tried a two-handed little flip lob, didn't get it quite deep enough.
Very nearly tracked that one down. Not to be though. Federer gets his side of the scoreboard moving in the fourth. Down a break though, 2-1. We've been discussing the backhand for Dimitrov, by just giving us some numbers comparatively for Dimitrov's backhand today compared to the tournament in terms of how much he's been using the slice. Actually coming into this match in his 3 wins, he's been using the slice 58% of the time. But today it's down to 31. So
15 left.
Coming over a few more tonight than he has been.
He's actually been getting good mileage out of that slice. That's the shot that Federer seems to be mistiming more often than not. So you might want to recognize that. You can't use it all the time or eventually Federer will get the feel.
30 love.
Everything about his body language smacks of belief, doesn't it? But as you say, that is generally his way.
It smacks of belief until you see him throw in a couple double faults and that type of thing, and then it. Those are the kind of points Dimitrov would love to keep playing over and over again, keeping Federer out there, keeping him a little bit behind the baseline. Sort of a rally situation.
Game, Dimitrov.
Just looking, Dimitrov's last win against one of the big 3, if we can call them that. I guess we put Murray in there, despite the fact his injuries. One of the big 4 actually came against Nadal in Beijing, and that was 3 years ago. So emphasizing his struggles against the real elite, not alone, as we remind you to head to usopen.org. Download the app as well for your latest scores, stats, highlights. And towards
Love 15,
of course, here. This event that's had plenty of storylines already.
all.
I know it was a drop shot, not slice, but that's the ball that Federer shanked again. Got there in plenty of time.
I don't know if he was perturbed by Dimitrov's movement, but as you say, inexplicable error, really.
40-30.
Couldn't have hit that first volley any better, could he?
Somewhat of a lost art, it seems, that type of serve volley.
Yeah, Taylor Townsend employed it pretty effectively here, didn't she? Well, she was beaten last night on this very court in a close one. Dimitrov still with the lead here in the fourth, 3-2.
Dimitrov leads 3-2, fourth set. Federer by 2-1. Ready for play, quiet please. Thank you.
So the impetus with this man in this fourth set.
Love.
Just 2 points lost on serve for Dimitrov in this fourth set so far.
Love.
Well, I wasn't too convinced Dimitrov could get through this entire set from that first break to start the game and hold serve 5 times. Well, he's getting pretty close now.
Yep.
If he can get out of this game, just 2 more to go.
Hand skills from both on show.
And movement. I mean, that was when Federer hit the drop shot. It was amazing how quickly this first step sort of covered ground. He got there so quickly. But Federer, plus, was able to just sort of make his guess.
Dimitrov's first step is just remarkable, isn't it?
That one was. You really noticed it. The new strategy for Federer, perhaps. Drop shot and come in. Even if he doesn't hit the drop shot great, he seems to have such great instincts. This drop shot was good. Dimitrov got a very late sort of jump, recognizing the drop shot was coming.
Yeah, wasn't able to do much on the stretch. And to Federer, though. Once again, was in the perfect position.
Mr. Dimitrov challenging the call. Right baseline, the ball's called out.
Might be just to buy him another 15 seconds or so. Don't think he's too hopeful. Looked to be secure on serve.
Dimitrov has 2 challenges remaining.
All of a sudden, Federer has found his way to break point.
Thank you. Come on! Yes.
Interesting that on both serves, he should go to the forehand, and on both occasions, Federer fails to find one.
To go there 3 in a row.
We'll find out.
Game, Dimitrov. New balls, please.
Well, they can't look. Federer had his man where he wanted him, but could not finish him off.
Dimitrov leads 4-2. Fourth set.
Another big game ticked off for the Bulgarian.
One that he looked to be in all kinds of trouble. From 30 love up, all of a sudden break point. A couple of first serves that were good, but not great. Federer missed both of those returns. He missed a forehand with his opponent. He could see his opponent running to the backhand side, leaving the forehand side open, and still managed to hit the net with that forehand.
Love 15.
It was a good adjustment from Dimitrov, but again, you do not expect Federer to miss from that position. Well, I think they heard a lead, didn't they?
It seemed like it was a lad.
Love 30.
Either player was really seemingly playing that point.
Yeah.
But for Dimitrov, the return went in. Federer was just caught staring, ready to hit a first serve again. Instead, he's hitting a first serve, but in the other court, love 30 down.
This has been a game
14.
to forget for the world number 3, who was on the verge of being taken to a 5th and final set here in New York.
(15-14).
Couple of break points saved. This would be a monumental save for Federer if he's able to get out of this game. It looked as though he was capitulating in this set.
A 1-2 punch serving him nicely.
Deuce.
Wrestle the time away from Dimitrov, and he's wrestled this game back in his favor here.
Advantage. Dimitrov.
Federer's trying his best to give Dimitrov some confidence that he can actually win this match. He's only won a handful of sets. If I remember right, you said he's only broken him 4 times in all the sets that they've played.
Absolutely.
He would be 4 breaks if he breaks here in this match.
Deuce.
Federer knows how fast Dimitrov is, so he often is volleying behind him. He knows that Dimitrov's going to take off for the open court. He's caught him with that type of volley behind Dimitrov a number of times.
Dimitrov's movement, especially to his right,
Advantage Federer.
outstanding. He's out to the forehand so well. Dimitrov finds a way to steal the point from under Federer's nose.
Had the whole court. He snapped this backhand overhead beautifully, but it was right to Dimitrov, to his side, and Dimitrov still had to come up with a pretty good shot. I think he's excited about it.
Advantage Federer. Let for service.
There's that variety again from Dimitrov. His slice backhand's actually really bitey, and it's got some action to it. And it forced Federer to sort of decel as he was hitting his backhand.
And again, it looked as though Federer was just lacking a bit of timing. Almost like he was trying to, as you say, take the ball too far out in front. A little out of ring, out to sink maybe. Back to deuce.
Out. Advantage Dimitrov.
No doubt Federer's form has oscillated throughout the course of this match. It's been up and down.
5th break point in this game. We've seen Federer play, where throughout that rally they were hitting the ball sharply, timing it beautifully, and eventually Federer getting this short ball, controlling the approach nicely.
It was a good angle to see where he struck the ball from, wasn't it? You talked about the bite, and that was kind of shin height, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's why it was a pretty good approach from mid-court from Federer. Saves another break point in an 8-minute game. This is going to be a monumental game and difficult. This is the type of game that can turn momentum. So Federer almost would rather hold serve in a game where he saves 5 break points. It just adds another layer of pressure if he can hold serve here.
One of those off-pace serves, wasn't it, from Federer?
Yeah.
Nothing to it at all.
That time, Dimitrov didn't swing twice, however. He was able to time the return. 42 unforced errors all told to this point for Federer. At some point, Dimitrov's going to have to recognize that every volley goes behind him. He's always just sprinting to the open court. Has to put on the brakes. That time, Federer just didn't get enough on the half volley, so he was able to recover and have time to hit the pass. The strangest first volley I've seen in a long time. But where he took that volley from, he made it as difficult as he possibly could.
Just managed to get the body out of the way on the second as well. Back to deuce. On we go in this game.
Halt. Advantage, Dimitrov.
Dimitrov not backing up for this second serve return, actually taking it early.
Deuce.
Beautifully done.
Advantage, Federer.
That was pretty. Serve, and he just glided forward, got in so quickly, so tight to the net for that first volley.
Federer survives a 12-minute service game. He's still in this fourth set. He remains, though, down a break, 4-3. He's delivering. It's not been the highest quality throughout, I think it's fair to say, but Dimitrov has got the break in the fourth. Perhaps will feel like the opportunity was there for a double. It certainly was. Wasn't able to take it. How key is that going to be?
7 break points he had in the last service game. Wasn't able to break. We'll see if that does turn the momentum in Federer's favor. This will be a very interesting game. That was a beautiful close from Dimitrov. And take a look, he's behind the baseline when he hits it, recognizes his opponent trouble, doesn't split step. That's something you need to learn. He sees where the ball is. The reason you split step is you're not sure where it's going to go.
Yep.
Saw where it was and just sprinted in. As I said, you feel as if Federer could do that far more often than he has in this match because of how predictable Dimitrov's second serve is. It's virtually 100% kicker to the backhand.
Yeah, and that was short, wasn't it?
Yeah.
(30-15). Get that ball, please. Thank you. (40-15).
We haven't had an abundance of 5-set matches this year. I just did a quick look, actually, through rounds 3 and 4. We only had one combined in both of those rounds. Shapovalov-Monfils match, of course, a couple of rounds ago over on Armstrong.
Dimitrov leads 5 games to 3. Fourth set.
Yeah, just taken another step here towards a 5th and final set.
Normally you feel as though 5-set matches, fitness may come into play. I don't think that's the case in this match because they've only played 2.5 hours. It's gone pretty quickly. This is about 6-3, 6-2, 4-2 for Nadal, and went ahead this amount of time. That's so pretty. It hasn't been always the best tennis, but some of the shot making, some of the points are sort of breathtaking.
15 rounds.
One of them.
You know, win or lose, there's no doubt the sport's better off when this guy's around and playing at the high level.
Yeah.
Love.
For a serve. He needs it in this game.
Game.
In stark contrast to his previous hold, and that was a fast one. Federer will have to break though to avoid a 5th.
Dimitrov leads 5 games to 4. Fourth set. Federer by 2 sets to 1.
Is he going to be able to apply the pressure?
Ready
That's the
for
questions of the Bulgarian. Of course, you'll remember broke in the opening game here.
Thank you. Quiet, please.
Held the lead throughout this 4th.
Quiet, please. Thank you. Love 15.
When he broke first game of this set, I didn't like his chances of holding out the rest of the way. And Dimitrov has done it to this point. A little bit of pressure trying to serve it out. Love 15.
Two big hits into the forehand.
Love 30.
And 2 forced errors have come his way.
Let the service. Love 40.
Yes, he's missed a couple of first serves, Dimitrov, in this game, but Federer, who's been giving away points with unforced errors, hasn't made any. And Dimitrov's sort of been relying on those unforced errors to get him out of trouble. He's serious trouble now at love 40.
(15-14).
He's missed a couple of those Federer has when he's stepped in on the backhand, but it's at about shoulder height. And normally he's a step further in, and so it's only chest height. Then he makes that backhand.
There was a bit of space up the line. It didn't miss by much.
Thank you.
Dimitrov is 2 down, 1 to go as far as the break points are concerned.
Wow.
Yes.
Serve.
24 down the middle.
Realize Federer has broken 4 times. 3 of the 4 times the way he converted break point was a double fault. Only once did he actually win a point. Oh. That's getting down low for a forehand, Dimitrov, but a little too low.
Advantage, Federer.
Ball got on him in a hurry.
Actually wasn't a million miles away from making that, was he?
No, he wasn't. There was a little opening.
That's a tremendous finish. Backed himself wholeheartedly.
Federer missed an opportunity there. He had a ball inside the service line on his forehand. That's a shot that he normally steps up and punishes, and he didn't. He took a half step up and then just kept it in play.
Please. Advantage, Federer.
We've had these couple of monumental games in this set where Dimitrov had 7 break points and didn't break. And now it's Federer who's had 4. Here's his 5th.
You know, 13 break points in total between them in this 4th. Just the 1 conversion.
Again, Federer on that last backhand. That has been the bugaboo for him throughout it. Important moments in this match.
Almost affording himself an ironic smile.
Thank you. Advantage Dimitrov.
He has certainly represented his nation in fine fashion over the course of his career. And is he about to keep them in their seats a little longer? Dimitrov finds his way to set point.
Let the service. Thank you. Thank you.
It's an error from the Swiss. Is he going to challenge? Well, I think he's saying he can't here.
Game and
he's not.
Set.
And Federer and Dimitrov will go the distance here on Ash. We're locked at 2 sets apiece.
2 sets all.
So medical timeout for Roger Federer. Not a common occurrence. That's for sure. No, of course, his extraordinary record of barely retiring throughout the course of his 20 years plus on the tour.
Find your seats, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
You can really speculate to exactly where the problem lies.
Please be seated courtside. Thank you.
The last time I saw him where his back really caused him some problems was against Zverev in the finals of Canada a couple of
ready for play. Thank you.
This last one, but the one before, and it was obvious.
Thank you. Quiet, please.
He was hurting as the match wore on. He didn't default, but it was obvious. I haven't noticed.
Thanks very much.
It hasn't been obvious to this point through these first 4 sets.
Federer's 5-set record, incidentally, 30 wins, 22 defeats. Dimitrov is 9-7. 5-set matches over the course of his career.
Doesn't look as though Federer's worried about anything from a physical standpoint. You see him winning points and fist pumping afterwards, so he's here to play this 5th set.
Let the service.
Certainly from a body language perspective, he's kept things under lock and key, isn't he, really? Because there's been no clues of anything to suggest there's a physical problem.
Perhaps the serve's gotten a little less accurate and a little less on the second serve. We've seen a number of very slow second serves for him.
Mr. Federer charging the call left at the service line. The ball's called out.
This would be a bad break for Federer if it is good, because Dimitrov did get the return back. So he would have had a huge edge in the point.
Replay the point.
As it is, he's going to have to come up with another good first serve.
speed Hawkeye tennis has dropped 5 miles an hour from the previous round. 99 it was, 94 tonight. So draw your own conclusions. More importantly, Dimitrov has got a break point. Looking backhand.
Dimitrov.
And that has been the one shot, Jimmy, hasn't it, at times, that hasn't looked quite so fluid.
No, he's missed time. He's out in front often on that. Maybe we're speculating on all kinds of things and what's happening, but shoulder turn, if your back is tight, you don't get quite the same shoulder turn, and that affects where your contact point is going to end up. Well, similar situation, isn't it? Exact same thing as the fourth set, where he started the set with a break of serve. Dimitrov, I doubted he could hold out through the rest of that set. He managed to barely. Can he do it in a fifth set?
15 love.
A little more deliberately than you often see. And that forehand, he didn't rotate through, he didn't finish. And that is why he didn't get the normal spin and drop on it. This is concerning if you're one of those people in the stands with RF clothing and hats and signs.
Yes, and there's a fair few of them.
There are.
Dimitrov, when Federer was having his time out, was doing all sorts. He was doing semi-press-ups. Kept himself active, kept the body warm.
Doing yoga as well a little bit.
Yes.
Yes. Full workout.
Game. Dimitrov. Dimitrov leads 2 games to love. Final set.
Well, in this half of the draw, we already had the top seed not finishing his match when it looked as though he was down 2 sets against Bulgarian, down a break in the third. He said no mas. I don't think Federer will do that. But it doesn't feel as though,
love 15.
Unless a miracle happens, that he's got the right feeling in the body to finish his match and win.
It is looking ominous right now. Boy, can he do
15
some
all.
3 points.
Dimitroff's done pretty well last few points, hasn't he? 12 of the last 15.
30-15.
Should be right down the center. You want to put every return in play here. That one was a serve that 109 miles an hour, not particularly well placed. Don't need to slap a winner. You got to keep Federer on the court. One winner, 7 unforced errors so far in this set. It's
30-40.
That looked like I don't want to be in a rally, so I'm going to try to end it with a second serve. Misses it, and this is normally a 2-break lead. It's all over, but
and that's wide as well. Credit to Dimitrov. He made the Swiss play.
Dimitrov.
And Roger Federer is in real danger of exiting here at the quarterfinal stage. 3-love.
3-1. Final set.
Well, it was John Millman, wasn't it, on this court 12 months ago. He got the better of this man. In very different circumstances, it should be said. One thing that
15
that day was that he wore Federer down physically, didn't he? It looks as though Federer's got more physical problems here.
yeah, it's slightly different because it was so humid the day that Millman wore him out. This looks as though there's something, and I'm sure we'll find out after. Although Federer usually doesn't talk. He doesn't want to make an excuse. He doesn't want to take anything away from his opponent.
Well, this set has now had 19 points, and Federer has only won 4 of them.
Points. He's made 10 unforced errors. Virtually every other point he's given away, a little more than every other point.
Game. Dimitrov.
Magnificent finish to the game from Dimitrov.
Dimitrov leads 4-2. Final set.
He's on the cusp now of a 3rd major semi-final of his career.
Thank you.
Head to usopen.org. There's going to be plenty of reaction to this one afterwards. If you head there, it'll be up pretty shortly.
$15.
It'll be Dimitrov's 3rd semifinal.
30-love.
Secure 2 more holds a serve. But it'll be the first time he doesn't play one of the big 3 in that semifinal.
Yeah, Djokovic and Nadal.
Last time it'll be Medvedev.
40-love.
Somehow Daniil Medvedev still standing after his gladiatorial efforts this summer.
Federer definitely doesn't want to stay in any long rallies any longer in this set. So that time he came to net from further back than he normally would and paid the price. He's still got a couple of game points to at least get on the board in this 5th set. 11-0 unforced errors in this set. Dimitrov's done what he's supposed to do. When you see your opponent under duress, you make him play. You don't have to hit that many winners at this point.
Game.
There's a long way off right now. Here's the great
New balls,
Swiss.
please.
down a double break here deep in the fifth.
Dimitrov leads 4-1. Final set. Thank you.
Grigor Dimitrov with a double break, 4-1. And at the start of the tournament, when you were looking for names in terms of outsiders for a deep run, I don't think there were too many picking Dimitrov to make the semis here.
I don't even think Dimitrov was picking Dimitrov to make the semis here when the tournament started.
4 of his last 5 events coming in, he had lost in the opening round.
$15-all.
And then the other one, he lost in the second round.
It's been some time since Dimitrov's hit a double fault. Didn't hit any that I remember in the 4th set. Got just this one now in the 5th. That's pretty. If you're playing someone you feel as though maybe they're slightly compromised from a physical standpoint, your job is to serve out wide and then hit to the open court. It's exactly what Dimitrov did here. Federer actually made a couple of nice shots, forced a somewhat difficult volley. But this first serve doesn't need to be big. It just needs to go out of the court to the backhand. Kicker on the first serve. Make sure you don't have to hit a second serve. Exactly what he did. That's good thinking. That means he's not panicking.
40-15.
It's working. He understands the situation.
Game. Dimitrov. Dimitrov leads 5-1. Final set.
Well, the post-mortem on Federer here, after what looks like a defeat, I'm sure will last a while. There'll be questions undoubtedly asked of him physically, where he's at, where the problems have manifested themselves. Quite a few people are actually making their way out of the stadium. They have think they've seen enough.
And the true Federer fans are going to stay and cheer their man on. To one of the great comebacks of all time. They're starting this set getting broken twice. He's actually held serve at love and now up 40 love. The last 2 service games have been a problem.
Game. Federer.
So a swift hold for the Swiss. Then he finds himself down 5-2 here.
Final set.
Never been shy of putting in the hours, Dimitrov, and it has been a very testing year for him on court. Full credit to him.
Thank you.
And has kept plugging away, kept believing, and he'll serve for victory here.
That's good stuff from Dimitrov, because Federer, for the first time in this set, was willing to stay in a rally. 17 shots in all. Dimitrov didn't lose his nerve. No reason if you're Dimitrov to do anything but spin this serve. Go ahead and spin it wide to the forehand at 105 miles an hour.
A 61st unforced error of the evening for Roger Federer, who stands on the brink of defeat. It'll be a third major semi-final in the career of Grigor Dimitrov, who has turned his season around here in New York in the space of 10 days in remarkable style. Roger Federer exits at the quarterfinal stage. It's Dimitrov that's through in 5.
A well-deserved win for the 28-year-old Bulgarian, greatest Bulgarian player in history.